question about Sir Stephen Bubb, who's conducted that inquiry after Winterbourne View, the private hospital where people were found to be abusing people with learning difficulties, and very much in people's minds at the moment. He is suggesting that not only secure units, but actually all units that currently deal with people with learning difficulties should be closed down. Not immediately, but we should look as part of our review of these things, the government's review of these things, we should look to closing them all down so that people can be looked after in the community. Is that something? I know you've got a review going. You're not going to say yes or no to it now, and I won't ask you to. But is it a solution as extreme as that, as radical as that, something that should be considered?
Yes, and I want to look very carefully at what Sir Stephen said. He's a good man who's done a good review, and I've been really struck by this, by the concerns and the problems around this area since I've become Health Secretary. You know, essentially the keeping people in secure hospitals for very long periods of time, when in many cases they could be with the communities, when their families have far too little say in how they're treated. And in some cases, you know, some of the stories have been absolutely harrowing about how young people are treated, people of all ages, actually adults too, when they have severe learning difficulties and treated like criminals rather than like people who we need to have compassion and care for. We spend almost £500 million a year on looking after these people. I'm absolutely certain that this can be done far better. The government has got a target that I inherited to reduce by 1/3 the number of people in secure hospitals who are locked up. I absolutely want to hit that, but I want to go much further. It's really affected me seeing some of these cases, and I'm absolutely going to get to the bottom of it.
Matt Hancock, thank you very much.
7:20, Jaguar Land Rover.